Hello, my name is Jake Brownlee. I am 24 years old. My major is general studies. I'm hoping to teach and coach football with this, so this class is actually very useful to me. But first, before I get to that, I want to start out with talking about the article dealing with stress and the video dealing with stress. And one thing that I really enjoyed about these things was noticing the how stress levels exactly what it is that I never understood that the stress levels that we are experiencing as adults is equivalent to the stress levels that we would be experiencing as that zebra getting attacked by a lion. It's the same type of stress, and we're using it every day and never shutting it off. And I mean that alone is it's shocking. It's no wonder that as I found out later, that all this is connected to heart disease and getting sick a lot. Our bodies are always worried about that one thing, which is stress, or that multiple things, which is what we're stressing over. And with that, you don't ever have time to heal. And that's one thing that they were talking about in that video that I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of interesting stuff about it. But you know I stress a lot, over tests, over grades. Every college student does. I never knew how much harm it's actually doing. And then you went on to talk about how the good types of stress that we pay for, the bungee jumping, the roller coasters and things, and how they're different. They're not all the same thing. And I don't know. It really opened my eyes to understanding how harmful it could be. And I mean, I stress over a lot of things and I hide it a lot and I don't let it show. So a lot of times, a lot of people can't tell, but I stress a lot. But I know now, like, how difficult and how that is. And in a setting to where you're teaching children, like what I want to do, in an educational setting, like what this class is based around, with early childhood education, as a teacher, if being stressed and getting sick a lot and things like that, I mean, it's not going to do anything but hurt you, because when those kids are with you, that's who they depend on to be their teacher. And that brings me to my next thing, what I got out of this class. Well, one thing is I did my PowerPoint, and that's why I picked it. I'm glad nobody else did, but it's something that I really feel is an issue in our country is our poverty levels. We're this big bad country that has everything figured out as far as military and things like that, but our poverty levels grow every single year. And I was blessed growing up. I didn't have to worry about getting an early education. Both my parents worked. They spent time with me. We had things. We didn't have the financial stress that a lot of kids have. So I had an opportunity to actually succeed in life. And not saying that these people don't, but they don't have as much. And that's one thing that I noticed from doing my PowerPoint was that I found out in that PowerPoint there's like 10 states that don't even have like government funded Head Start programs or any type of program like that. And it's shocking to me, because I mean, when you're talking about those few pivotal years of your life, that's when most of your cognitive development is occurring. Is you're learning how to talk, you're learning how to put sentences together, learn how to tell your parents, your mother, that you're thirsty, you're hungry, something hurts. I mean, if you're not in a setting to where you can actually learn how to, be a student, then how can you be expected to succeed when you're 9, 10 years old taking these state tests? I mean, that's one thing that I noticed. But I really enjoyed the class. I think it's gonna, do nothing but help open my eyes when I'm teaching, to better understand. Because one thing I feel like teachers are lacking is the ability to understand that everyone does not have it easy. Sometimes these kids don't go home to the best home life. So like homework, they're worried about eating. They're not worried about homework. They're worried about if tonight's going to be the night their dad beats them again, or their parents fight. And I mean, there's so many things, and a lot of this happens in poverty because of stress, as I alluded to before, because of stress. And it's just, it opened my eyes a lot, and that's what this class brought to me, and I really enjoyed it. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity to make this video and talk on a few points. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I will use a lot of it. It opened my eyes a lot for me being a teacher of young people and coaching, which is what I want to do with my teaching degree. It's gonna help me better understand people, and that's really what this class gave to me.